Hey guys, Stoic here. So now we've got episode 2, and if you remember when I last left you, we had just kind of finished setting up our mine. I gotten a little bit of work done, and I'll go ahead and show you that before we get into what we're going to do today. But the two things I would like to do today are we're going to go ahead and set up our Nether Portal. Go into the Nether, get some quartz and glowstone and soul sand, and then if we've got some time, I'm going to go ahead and set up our water column down to our mine so that I can get back up a lot quicker instead of using ladders. And I'll show you how I do that. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so if you when I last left you, we were going to set up here at this mountainous, cavernous. I don't know what you want to call it, but basically it's a base. We have 3 villages around us, which is excellent. Closest one being right there, actually right across the pond here. I have gotten some work done, as you can see. I've basically stepped our entire, go ahead and hop out here. I've stepped all this up, get turned around here. And I've started filling in, as you can see over here, because what I want to do there, I think, you'll see here I'm still filling it in, waiting on some last stone to smelt. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a staircase down into it. Comes out here. I'm going to get rid of some of this, and we'll create like a dock area here. It'll come out, our stairwell will come out down out here, and we'll have a dock set up to start parking our boats at. Also, if you remember, there's an island out there on the other side of this wall. And so once this floor gets up to level, we'll fill some of this in, and then we'll burrow right through and create a bridge over to that, and figure out what we want to build over on the island. If you also remember, this was just a hole up here. And so I've burrowed this all out. You can kind of see through here. I found a little gravel pile in here that I got rid of, and it kind of turned out to be a decent sized room, so we might do something with that. I've got this lined with dirt because we'll end up actually, eventually I'll plant a couple grass blocks in here to spread, and then we'll put some flowers and things like that in here. But yeah, we're going to do something with this, not quite sure yet, but this is kind of the entrance, or the exit entrance out to our other, you can see out there, our other village. Okay, so that's that. But yeah, there's been a lot of terraforming going on here. So gotten this all leveled out. Now this is not the finished product, even though I have stone here. I'm gonna do something like a stone brick and a cracked stone brick with some, probably with some stone mixed in, but especially some cobble mixed in. You see I filled all this in and flattened it out. What else we got here? Oh yeah, so I put some stairs down into that. Remember that cave that was down in there that we hadn't gone into? Well, I went ahead and went into it and lit it up. It wasn't as big as I thought. It turns the corner here, and it ends over here underneath. So this is the ocean out here. This is that step down area we had, and there's a little pond in here. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep this. I'm thinking about removing a few more stones and actually maybe bringing some fish in here. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. But I am probably going to take out a bunch more of this rock, and I might turn this into like a sorting room. So we'll see. Another thing I had come along try and get me was our little zombie villager friend here. So I went ahead and trapped him. I actually expected him to despawn by now because I don't have a name tag that I can use for him. But he has not despawned yet, and I've gone quite a bit away. I know I've gone more than 128 blocks away from him, but he still hasn't despawned. So I'm not sure. Maybe someone can help me out with that. Help me out with that in the comments. Help me understand why he has not despawned yet. I'm glad he hasn't, because I have a golden apple. I just need to make a potion so that I can convert him back to a villager, and he'll be one of the villagers I use, probably for my villager breeder. So the other thing, we'll skip this because we're going to come back to that. I've set up some sugarcane out here just to kind of randomly grow for now. It needs to be harvested. Got some pigs going, some cows going, mainly for the meat, for food, and then cows for the hide, for books. Starting to build up an inventory of books and maybe some item frames. So got them set up. I need to get some torches out here though for them, and especially for the pigs. But then this right here, I wasn't sure what to do with this, but what I'm going to do here, this is actually where we're going to build our Nether Portal. You'll see it's got some grooves in here. We're actually going to build it into the ground here. It's set back, so we'll build the frame up against this, and then we're actually going to decorate it. I'm hoping to fill this in up here with glowstone for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to see how it looks, see if I like it that way. We'll do some fire over here or something. We'll figure something out. But the last thing I want to show you is kind of the mine. I've been going to town. So, you know, I showed you how I wanted to eventually build a drop. We were going up and down the ladder here, and hopefully we're going to remedy that today. The other thing I showed you was that this eventually was going to be dropped. Well, I've got it set up, so now all we do is we drop. And you'll notice there's stone underneath me, but I put a water block here. That's what this sign right here holds that water up, and it's just one water block, and when I fall through that water, it slows me down enough that I don't hurt myself falling on that stone. So you saw how quick that was. So that's real nice. And then hopefully, like I said, we'll get the water column going today. So I dug this way. Of course, I ran into lava. I think I may have addressed that last time, but I'm not sure. So because I already ran into lava there, I went about 100 blocks this way. You can see the 3 wide. And as you can see, I got all the way 100 blocks. I did all my tunnels, and I'm actually starting on my 2nd level now. So this is how I do it. I go up 2 blocks, and then I put a ledge of 2 blocks right there, and I'll build a tunnel basically lined up in between these two. So I'll build it right through there, 1, 2, 3, and I'll build one right through there. And I'll just do that the whole way down every 4th block from the tunnel. So that's how I do my branch mines. That way I get as much as possible. You know, I can skip this one. That's why I'm using this as my floor, because I can see these. I couldn't see those. So now by using this as my floor, I'll see it, and I can, you know, so basically I'll have a mine shaft. I don't know what you call it, a horizontal mine shaft every 4 blocks. And then I'll go up and create a ledge and do another 4 blocks, go up, create a ledge and do another 4 blocks. And I'll do that quite a ways up, at least as far as I can reach. You know, if I can stand on this ledge and reach halfway across to get rid of the blocks here in the middle, I'll do that as far as I can. I can't remember how many levels up that is, but it's a good another few levels. So and I'll get quite a bit out of just this little stretch. I don't have to go, you know, miles and miles away from my elevator up and down spot there, and I can get the most out of it. The other thing I did before I get down to the end there and show you what I'm doing down there, I come back down here. When I got done with this, then I turned. So I created a 3 wide this way down this side, and on this side of them, we'll call these the elevators, okay? Just to keep it simple, I did 3 wide all the way down through there too. And so basically what I do is I go ahead and come between these. So you know, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. But the other thing I do is I go this way 50 blocks down this shaft once I get past these tunnels. So I don't mind until I get past these tunnels, but then I start going this way and this way in these tunnels. So I'm really getting a nice spider web going here. And like I said, same thing on this side, and I'll go that way 50 once I get past these tunnels. All right, so the other thing I did while I was down here, I wanted to start looking for slime chunks. So I went ahead and dug out a few chunks. I dug out this chunk, that chunk over there, this one, and this one, just to see if I got any hits. And sure enough, I ended up getting slimes in this one. That's why it's fenced off. And I started to fence this one off, but I didn't have enough at the time. So, but I'm not, you know, around this end very often. So you have to be, you can't be within 24, but they won't spawn if you're further than 32 away. That's what I understand. So, so I didn't really worry about coming back with more fence. But this has spawned slimes as well. So I got 2 slimes spawning chunks here. So eventually, you know, we're away from that, a ways away from that. But I figured I might as well go ahead and check it while I'm down here. I'm getting to mine while I'm doing it anyway. But eventually, one of these, if not both, will go up another 35 blocks or 33 blocks, whatever it is, and create some slime farms. All right, so that's kind of, I hope that sounds like a lot, but I feel like it's a lot. But that's basically what I've been getting done. All right, so let's go ahead and go on back up. What we want to work on first is, oh, this is the other thing I set up. This is of course, this is a infinite water source. These are actually stairs. If I'll put a link up there in the upper right hand corner of right now of a video I did, but basically these are all upside down stairs facing each other. And so there's actually water in all 9 of these blocks. And I can actually click anywhere, not just in the water there, but I can click on this block here and get water out of there. And it's an infinite water source. So this is just my infinite water source. And like I said, it's nice because I can click on any of these 9 blocks, but it looks a lot nicer than, to me, than you know, the way you used to have to do it. Now that we can saturate slabs and stairs. So, and then I just set up a crafting table there for when I need to craft some more pickaxes, especially is what it mainly comes in handy for. So this is my mine so far. If you have any thoughts or ideas, let me know in the comments. Let's go on up. We're gonna hopefully change this today if we can find some soul sand real quick in the nether. Main thing, that's our main goal today when we go in the nether, is just to get some soul sand. I want to get the nether portal set up. I'll show you how, if you're new to Minecraft, I'll show you how we do that. But we're gonna come up here and get some supplies, and we'll come back down. I already have a lava pool that we're gonna be able to grab some obsidian from. But if you're new to Minecraft, go ahead and we'll show you how to do the nether portal itself, and then what we'll do is we'll get some soul sand, and I'll show you how to create a water column if you've never done that before. All right, so let me grab some stuff we need for the nether. I'm gonna go ahead and take both of those. All right, so let's go ahead and head on back down. And I do have to think about where this is, but I know along in here I had, there it is. Okay, so in here I actually had a pool. So the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna set a source there, let it turn all this lava into obsidian. And we'll go over here and do the same. All right. Now, one thing, if you're doing this, there are probably some blocks here that are source lava blocks with bedrock underneath them. You know, but I'm at level 5, so there's going to be a few of these that still have lava underneath this. So just be careful you're not standing on the obsidian when you're mining it, because you might fall into lava. So I'm going to go ahead. You do need a diamond pickaxe, and it does take forever. So I am going to go ahead and get what we need here. I'll show you. So you see how long that took to break one, if you've never done it before. But I'm going to go ahead and get what we need here, and then throw up some torches here. Now that we've lost our lava light from our giant lava lamp. All right, and then once I get all the obsidian we need, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we've got our 20 blocks that we need of obsidian. We'll stop there. I did want to show those that are, like I said, new to Minecraft what I was talking about. So underneath here, there was still another source block of lava. So just be careful. It's only turning the top layer into obsidian when you pour water on this. So just be careful you're not standing on the obsidian when you're mining it, because you may find a block like this that you'll fall into. All right, let's go ahead and head back on up. All right, so we're back up top here. Now this is a big this is a big portal that I'm creating. You don't have to create one this big, just so you know. It can be as small as 4 by 5. That's 4 blocks by 5, not the inside. This one's like 5 by 6 or something like that on the inside. It's 7 by 7. Yeah, 7 by 7 on the outside. You can go up to 23 by 23, I believe, but 4 by 5 is the smallest. So this one here, though, we're going to go ahead and create. Oh, I already messed up. See that? So that's the other thing about nether portals. You do not have to put the corner blocks in, and I just did it on 2 corners. So, and I did not mine enough obsidian to do it. You can put the corner blocks in, but you don't have. What am I doing? You don't have to put the blocks in the corners, but it doesn't hurt you if you do. So. Alright, so we'll get the rest of these in. And of course, I'm gonna have to get up there. Could have put that a little closer. Alright, so throw that last one in. And there we go. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and decorate this. So I'm not going to do, that's why I have it tucked the way it is. I'm not going to just do a normal standard. We're going to fill all this in. You'll kind of see how I do it. I'll speed it up a little bit, but I'm going to fill all this in, and then I'm actually going to cover up our border here as well. Okay? Alright, so there we go. So let's grab our flint and steel. We'll go ahead and light this up. And that's what we've got. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with for now. I might do some further things to it later, but that's what we're going to take. You know, I want to do some stuff with all these walls as well, but for now, that's what we're going to do. We also might come over here. We'll see how this looks. I'll play with that a little bit later. Kind of show you next time. I might take out that column so it's more centered. Same thing over here, but we'll take a look at it. I'm hoping to fill this with glowstone to start. See how that looks, and then we'll mess with this wall a little bit too. You know, a lot of these walls, my goal on the floor, I got a lot of smelting to do, but my goal on the floor is to use cracked brick and stone brick. I think I told you that with cobblestone mixed in. I'm gonna do the same thing on the walls, but you know, I'm not gonna go all the way up. So it'll stop kind of around here. Kind of like it, you know, it's an occupied mountain fortress, but you know, it's not necessarily all the way up. So let me know if you have any other ideas now that you've seen the place. I've kind of got some of the structure. I'm probably gonna take this out, maybe over here, make this a little more archway-ish. If that's a word. So anyway, that's the plan. But let's go ahead and hit the nether and see if we can't find our soul sand. Alright, our first foray into the nether. Hopefully we don't get nailed by gas right off the bat. So we're kind of in and out today. Good news, this is kind of a good area. Yeah, we'll eventually build something around this for our nether portal. We'll make a kind of a nether transit around here so we can get around the world, but a lot of plans around that. But right now we're here to see if we can find some soul sand. Eventually I'll be coming back in here for some, oh, here's some here, some quartz. I gotta get a bunch of this for my farms that use comparators and observers. And then yeah, I'll be getting some magma blocks out of here. Like I said, glowstone, but we need to find some soul sand right now. All right, guys, so I found some soul sand and some magma blocks, so we'll go ahead and get both over here. You can kind of see what I had to do. I don't know if you can see this bridge that goes all the way out and across. That's basically what I had to do to find this. So we'll go ahead and collect some of all of this because we're gonna end up needing it eventually for other things. Try not to stand on this unless you've got, I don't have the boots necessary for this, so I just gotta make sure I stay off the top of it. But we'll go ahead and get a bunch of this, a bunch of soul sand, and then start heading back. All right, so we've got a full stack of magma blocks, and we've got a full stack of soul sand. Not bad for our first foray into the Nether. Thought for sure, knowing my reputation, that I would die at least once, and that did not happen. Well, I guess I shouldn't start talking yet, should I? So let's go ahead and see if I can find my way back. I think this is it here. Yeah, let's go ahead and find my way back and see if I can make it back to our base without any issues. All right, I'll see you back at the base. Well, it almost happened. I almost did die. All right, let's see if I can get back without dying. I'm telling you guys, I'm really good at dying. So, oh, there's our portal. All right, we'll head back through. See what's on the other side. Home sweet home. All right, so let's go ahead and, as you can see, I'm a little worse for wear, but still alive. So let's go ahead and get some of our other materials we need. We'll get rid of some of the stuff we don't. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and head on down. Come around here. And what we're gonna do is take out this base block, okay? And we're gonna throw some sand on there. We're gonna throw some water in there. That's what these signs are for, is to keep that water in. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna plant some kelp here. Oh, I gotta get rid of these as I go up. Okay, so we're gonna see how this works. So I guess the best, sorry, I gotta get my thoughts here together. I think the best way to do this is probably take the ladders out all the way up, put our water in, come back down, and swim back up. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Well, I don't want to do that. So let's go on up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually a block above where I'm going to end up. I'm going to put my water up here. In fact, I need to grab my slab. All right, and then so that will go all the way down and fill this whole thing, but we've got to turn all of these blocks. Right now, the only blocks that are water source blocks are this one up here and the one on the bottom. We got to turn all of these into water source blocks, and that's where the kelp comes in. So we're going to come in here, and now we're going to go up here. Right now, the ladder should be holding back our water. Okay, so that's what we got to do the whole way down, is just take these ladders out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll get back with you. All right, so now we've got our water all the way down. So what we're going to do, you may see me die for the first time here. I am not sure if I can make it all the way up without drowning. But we're going to make it as far as we can. All right, so we're going to plant the kelp all the way up and try and which is going to turn all those blocks into source blocks. So here we go. Let me get a nice breath of fresh air here. And away we go. See if we can make it or not. All right, so I would have made it, but I ran out of kelp, so I just got to get my health back up here. And then we'll go on back down. Okay. Alright, so we'll grab my next stack of kelp, swim down, come on up. Let's float back down below that block. There we go. Alright, so every one of these blocks is now a source block. Now, this is key. You want to put your slab in here before you head back down to put your soul sand in. If you don't, you will get blown up into there and it'll be really hard to get out. I mean, you'll have to basically take out this block to get out, and it's just, you know, it's just gonna, then you have to put the block back in. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but you know, it just make a mess. So so throw a slab on the bottom half of that block up there, and then let's head on back down, and we'll grab our soul sand. And what you're gonna do, you gotta make sure you get in here, because otherwise you're, well, actually no, you don't. You can, if you're using gates, some guys use gates. I used to use gates, and it was a pain because if you weren't standing in the water, you'd always break the gates or open the gates or whatever it may be. So all you want to do is come in here and dig that sand out, and then put you some soul sand in, and you should start seeing your bubble column. And we're gonna fly all the way up to the top and come out up here. And there you go. Now we have our elevator, so I can quickly come up and down, and we can, I'll be using these all over this base, but this is one of the biggest ones, getting down to bedrock and back up quickly. So there we go. All right, and that's how you build a water column. It is easier. I usually, you know, we'll use a water breathing potion or something like that if I have it, but I thought I could make it up there without drowning and just taking a little bit of damage. So if you're gonna go much deeper than that, though, you know, like if I was on top of this mountain trying to do it down to bedrock, you're gonna want to consider a water breathing potion or something like that to help you out. All right, guys. So I think we're gonna wrap it up there for this episode. We got our Nether portal built. Went into the Nether, got some magma blocks and some soul sand. Got some quartz. I'll head back, get some glowstone at some point. Start lighting up above our portal and start using it elsewhere. But we got our water column built down to our mining area. So pretty good day's work. If you guys got any suggestions or comments for things you'd like to see in the series, please leave them in the comment section. I'd love to hear back from you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And most of all, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. It really helps the channel. So otherwise, thank you for watching and have a good day.